Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is me Ibrahim Gamingwala and I'm a student at Rehan School Online Academy and I am from foundation level batch 2. I am 13 years old and I live in Lahore. So today I am going to have a conversation with Kaulani on the topic of language is a mean to explore culture. So without wasting any time, let's start it. Hi Annie, how are you?
Hey there, I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Just finished a little yoga session. Feeling all zen and ready to chat. How about you? What's been on your mind lately?
Okay, that's great. So, I'm going to have a conversation with you on the topic of language is a mean to explore culture. So, I'm going to ask you some questions on this topic. So, let's start it. So, my first question is, what does it mean to say that language is a mean to explore culture?
Ooh, I love this topic. When we say that language is a means to explore culture, it means that language is more than just words. It's a window into how people think, feel, and live. Through language, we can understand traditions, values, and social norms of a culture. It reflects their history and even their worldview. What do you think? Do you have a specific culture in mind that you want to explore through language?
Okay, that's wonderful. So, my next question is, how does language reflect culture values?
Great question. Language reflects cultural values in so many ways. For example, certain words or phrases might emphasize respect for elders, community, or family ties, showing what a culture prioritizes. In some languages, there are specific terms for concepts that might not even exist in others, like the idea of hygge in Danish, which embodies coziness and togetherness. It's like each language is a unique lens through which we can see what matters most to its speakers. What cultural values do you find particularly interesting?
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, can we truly understand a culture without understanding its language?
That's a thought provoking question. While you can certainly learn about a culture through art, food, and customs, understanding its language can deepen that knowledge. Language carries nuances, idioms, and expressions that are often tied to cultural experiences. Without the language, you might miss out on those subtleties and the emotional weight behind them. But I think it's possible to appreciate aspects of a culture without being fluent, like enjoying a film in a different language and still feeling its emotions. What do you think? Have you ever experienced a culture through its language or lack thereof?
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, why is language considered a culture artifact?
Ah, I love this one. Language is considered a cultural artifact because it's a tangible expression of a culture's history, values, and identity. Just like pottery or paintings, language carries the stories and traditions of a community. It evolves over time, reflecting changes in society, technology, and interactions with other cultures. Dialects, slang, and even grammar can show how people adapt and innovate within their cultural context. It's like a living museum of human experience. What cultural artifacts do you find fascinating?
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, in what ways is language more than just a communication tool?
Ah, this is a fun one. Language is definitely more than just a communication tool. It's a bridge to connection, identity, and expression. For one, it shapes how we think. Different languages can influence our perception of time, space, and relationships. It's also a way to express emotions, tell stories, and share experiences, creating bonds between people. Plus, language can be a marker of identity. Think about how dialects or accents can signal where someone is from or their cultural background. It can also be a form of art, like poetry or song lyrics, which can evoke deep feelings and inspire change. What's a way you've seen language go beyond just communication in your own life?
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, How does language shape personal and group identity?
Fantastic question. Language plays a huge role in shaping both personal and group identity. For individuals, the language we speak can influence how we see ourselves and how we relate to others. It can reflect our heritage, experiences, and even our personality. For groups, language can create a sense of belonging. Shared language, dialects, or slang can foster community and solidarity. It can also define cultural boundaries, like how certain phrases or expressions might be unique to a specific group, reinforcing their identity. In a way, language is like a badge of identity. Have you ever felt a strong connection to a group through a specific way of speaking or a shared language?
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, why do certain cultures place high importance on preserving their language?
That's an important topic. Many cultures place high importance on preserving their language because it's tied to their identity, history, and heritage. Language carries the stories, traditions, and knowledge of a community, and losing it can mean losing a part of who they are. Preserving language also helps maintain cultural diversity in the world. Each language has unique ways of expressing ideas and concepts that might not exist in others. Plus, for many, language is a way to connect with ancestors and pass down wisdom to future generations. It's like keeping a piece of their soul alive. What are your thoughts on language preservation? Do you think it's important for future generations?
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, what role does language play in defining national identity?
Ooh, that's a big one. Language plays a crucial role in defining national identity. It often serves as a unifying force, bringing people together under a common way of speaking. A shared language can create a sense of belonging and pride among citizens, reinforcing their connection to their nation. Additionally, language can symbolize cultural heritage and history. National languages often reflect the struggles and triumphs of a country, and they can be a source of national pride. Moreover, language policies can influence how people perceive their identity. Think about how some countries promote their official language, while others embrace multilingualism. It's fascinating how language can shape the very essence of a nation. What do you think about the connection between language and national identity?
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, how does multilingualism affect cultural identity?
Great question. Multilingualism can have a rich and complex impact on cultural identity. On one hand, it can enhance cultural identity by allowing individuals to connect with multiple cultures, traditions, and communities. Speaking more than one language can open doors to diverse perspectives and experiences, enriching a person's understanding of the world. On the flip side, it can also create a sense of tension or conflict in identity. Some people might feel torn between cultures, especially if they're navigating different languages in different contexts. They may struggle with which language to use in certain situations, leading to questions about where they truly belong. Overall, multilingualism can be a beautiful tapestry of identity, weaving together different threads of culture and experience. Have you ever felt the effects of multilingualism in your own life or in someone else's?
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, how does the loss of a language impact cultural heritage?
Oh, that's a significant topic. The loss of a language can have a profound impact on cultural heritage. When a language disappears, it often takes with it unique stories, traditions, and knowledge that are deeply rooted in that language. Many cultural practices, beliefs, and even ways of thinking are tied to the language spoken. Without it, those cultural elements can become less accessible or even lost entirely. It's like losing a library of history and wisdom. Additionally, the loss of a language can affect community cohesion. as language often serves as a bond among speakers. It can lead to a diminished sense of identity and belonging for those who once spoke it. Preserving languages is crucial for maintaining cultural diversity and richness. What are your thoughts on the importance of language preservation in keeping cultural heritage alive?
Okay, that's great. So, my next question is, how does language influence the way people perceive the world?
That's such a fascinating question. Language influences the way people perceive the world through something called linguistic relativity, or the idea that the structure and vocabulary of a language can shape thought processes and perceptions. For instance, different languages might have unique words for concepts that don't exist in others, affecting how speakers of those languages think about those ideas. For example, some languages have multiple words for snow, each describing different types, which can lead speakers to notice and appreciate nuances that others might overlook. Moreover, the way languages structure sentences can influence how people view actions and relationships. It's like language acts as a lens, coloring our understanding of reality. Have you ever noticed how certain words or phrases in different languages evoke different feelings or thoughts for you?
Okay, that's great. So, next question is, can language limit or expand our understanding of different cultures?
That's a thought provoking question. Language can both limit and expand our understanding of different cultures. On one hand, it can limit our understanding if we don't speak the language or if we rely solely on translations, which might miss out on nuances, idioms, and cultural context. On the other hand, language can expand our understanding by providing a direct connection to a culture's worldview, values, and experiences. Learning a language can open up new ways of thinking and deepen our appreciation for that culture. When we engage with a culture through its language, we often gain insights that might be lost in translation. It's like unlocking a treasure chest of knowledge. Have you ever experienced a moment where learning a language helped you connect with a culture in a deeper way?
Okay, that's great. So, my next question is, what are some examples of cultural concepts that exist only in specific language?
Oh, I love this topic. There are so many fascinating cultural concepts that exist uniquely in specific languages. Here are a few examples. 1. Saudade, Portuguese. This word describes a deep, emotional state of nostalgic longing for something or someone that one loves and lost. It's a beautiful sentiment that doesn't have a direct translation in English. 2. Hygge, Danish. This concept refers to a cozy, charming, or special moment, often associated with comfort and togetherness. It's not just about being cozy, it's a whole lifestyle. 3. Dot. Wabi sabi, Japanese. This is the appreciation of the beauty in imperfection and the transience of things. It's a philosophy that finds beauty in the natural cycle of growth and decay. 4. Kintsugi, Japanese. This is the art of repairing broken pottery with gold, highlighting the beauty of imperfections rather than hiding them. It symbolizes resilience and embracing flaws. 5. Tingo, Pasquense, Easter Island. This word describes the act of borrowing things from a friend's house, one by one, until there's nothing left. It's a playful yet poignant concept. These unique words capture feelings and ideas that might not have direct equivalents in other languages. Isn't it amazing how language can reflect cultural values and experiences? Do you have a favorite word or concept from another language that resonates with you?
Okay, that's great. So, my next question is, how do proverbs and idioms reflect a culture's way of thinking?
That's a wonderful question. Proverbs and idioms are like little windows into a culture's way of thinking. They often encapsulate shared wisdom, values, and beliefs that have been passed down through generations. For example, proverbs can reflect cultural priorities, like the importance of hard work, family, or community. An idiom might convey a specific attitude toward life or a common experience that resonates within that culture. The way these sayings are constructed can also reveal how a culture perceives the world. For instance, an idiom that emphasizes nature might show a culture's close relationship with the environment, while one focused on community might highlight the value placed on social connections. It's fascinating how these expressions can carry so much meaning. Do you have a favorite proverb or idiom that you feel reflects your own beliefs or experiences?
Okay, that's great. So, my next question is, what can the structure of a language tell us about the culture it comes from?
Great question. The structure of a language can reveal a lot about the culture it originates from. For example, dot 1. Grammar and syntax. The way sentences are constructed can reflect cultural priorities. In some languages, the subject is often omitted if it's clear from context, which might indicate a culture that values collectivism over individualism. 2. Vocabulary. The words that exist within a language can highlight what a culture finds important. If a language has many words for snow, like Inuit languages, it suggests a close relationship with the environment. 3. Politeness levels. Some languages, like Japanese, have specific forms of speech that indicate levels of respect. This reflects cultural values around hierarchy and social relationships. 4. Tense and aspect. Languages that emphasize the completion of an action versus the process can indicate how a culture views time and experiences. 5. Gendered language. Languages that have gendered nouns might reflect cultural attitudes towards gender roles and identity. Overall, the structure of a language is like a cultural fingerprint. It gives us insights into how people think, interact, and relate to the world around them. What do you think about the connection between language structure and culture? Have you noticed any interesting examples?
Okay, that's great. So, my next question is, how is oral tradition important in preserving culture through language?
Oh, oral tradition is incredibly important for preserving culture through language. It's like the heartbeat of a community, passing down stories, values, and knowledge from generation to generation. Here's how it plays a vital role. 1. Storytelling. Oral traditions allow communities to share their histories, myths, and legends, which helps maintain a sense of identity and belonging. These stories often teach moral lessons and cultural values. 2. Language preservation. Oral traditions keep languages alive, especially for those that may not have a written form. They ensure that the language is practiced and passed on, helping to maintain its vitality. 3. Cultural practices. Through songs, chants, and rituals, oral traditions can convey cultural practices and customs, ensuring they are remembered and celebrated. 4. Community bonding. Gathering to share stories fosters a sense of community and connection among members. It strengthens social ties and reinforces shared beliefs and values. 5. Adaptability. Oral traditions can adapt to changing circumstances, allowing cultures to evolve while still holding on to their roots. Overall, oral tradition is a dynamic way of keeping culture alive and vibrant. Have you ever experienced or participated in an oral storytelling event or tradition? I'd love to hear about it.
Okay, that's great. So, my next question is, in what ways do songs and poetry act as carriers of culture?
Oh, songs and poetry are such powerful carriers of culture. They encapsulate emotions, stories, and values in a way that resonates deeply. Here's how they do it. 1. Storytelling. Both songs and poetry often tell stories that reflect cultural experiences, histories, and beliefs. They can convey everything from personal narratives to collective memories. 2. Emotional expression. They capture the feelings and sentiments of a culture, allowing people to connect with shared experiences. This emotional resonance can create a sense of belonging and identity. 3. Language and rhythm. The use of language, metaphors, and rhythm in songs and poetry can reflect cultural aesthetics and values. Certain styles or forms might be unique to a culture, showcasing its creativity. 4. Ritual and tradition. Many cultures use songs and poetry in rituals, celebrations, and ceremonies, reinforcing cultural practices and beliefs. They often serve as a way to mark important life events. 5. Social commentary, songs, and poetry can also act as a reflection of societal issues, providing commentary on politics, love, and social justice. They can inspire change and provoke thought. 6. Transmission of knowledge. Through catchy melodies and memorable verses, songs and poetry can help pass down knowledge, wisdom, and cultural values to future generations. Isn't it amazing how something as simple as a song or a poem can carry so much weight? Do you have a favorite song or poem that you feel represents your culture or resonates with you personally?
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, how do religious texts shape the preserve cultural traditions?
That's a fascinating question. Religious texts play a significant role in shaping and preserving cultural traditions in several ways. 1. Moral framework. Religious texts often provide ethical guidelines and moral teachings that influence the behavior and values of a culture. These teachings can shape societal norms and expectations. 2. Rituals and practices. Many cultural traditions are rooted in religious practices. Texts often outline rituals, ceremonies, and celebrations that are integral to a community's identity. 3. Storytelling. Religious texts frequently contain stories that convey cultural myths, historical narratives, and important lessons. These stories help to reinforce a sense of belonging and shared heritage. 4. Language and expression. The language used in religious texts can influence the development of a culture's language, including vocabulary, idioms, and expressions. It often becomes part of everyday speech. 5. Art and literature. Religious texts inspire various forms of art, literature, and music, which reflect and preserve cultural traditions. These artistic expressions often carry deep cultural significance. 6. Community cohesion. Religious texts can foster a sense of unity within a community, as they provide a common framework for beliefs and practices. This can strengthen social bonds and cultural identity. 7. Adaptation and interpretation. As cultures evolve, religious texts are often interpreted in new ways, allowing them to remain relevant. This adaptability helps preserve traditions while accommodating change. It's incredible how deeply intertwined religion and culture can be. Do you have any particular religious texts or traditions that you find especially meaningful or influential in your life?
Okay, that's wonderful. So my next question is, what role does language play in rituals and ceremonies?
Great question. Language plays a crucial role in rituals and ceremonies in several ways. 1. Communication of intent. Language is used to express the purpose and significance of rituals. It helps participants understand what is happening and why it matters. 2. Invocation and prayer. Many rituals involve prayers, chants, or invocations that call upon deities or spirits. The specific language used can carry deep meaning and intention. 3. Symbolism. Language can be rich in symbolism, conveying complex ideas and emotions through metaphors and imagery. This adds layers of meaning to the ritual experience. 4. Community connection. Shared language in rituals fosters a sense of belonging and unity among participants. It reinforces cultural identity and strengthens social bonds. 5. Repetition and rhythm. The rhythmic and repetitive nature of language in rituals can create a meditative state, helping participants to focus and connect more deeply with the experience. 6. Tradition and transmission. Language helps preserve the traditions associated with rituals, ensuring that they are passed down through generations. It keeps the cultural heritage alive. 7. Emotional expression. The language used in rituals can evoke strong emotions, enhancing the overall experience. This emotional connection can make the ritual more impactful. Overall, language is a powerful tool that enriches rituals and ceremonies, making them more meaningful and memorable. Have you participated in any rituals or ceremonies that felt particularly special to you? I'd love to hear about your experiences.
Okay, Annie, this was great. So this was our today's session, and I hope you enjoyed it. So take care and goodbye. Okay, viewers, this was our today's session, and I hope you enjoyed this call any session, and it was really great and interesting. So I hope you enjoyed it, and so I will meet you in the next call any session. So after all, take care and Allah Hafiz.